AI gadgets are all the hype right now, but are they actually worth it at their price points? Well, I bought 6 of the most purchased AI gadgets to find out, from a cooking robot to a cleaning robot. And today, I'm testing them head to head, crowning one clear winner, and letting you know which ones are worth purchasing. Starting with this AI air fryer that claims to cook anything in just one button. So when the air fryer turns on, you have options between chef mode, classic cook, or probe cook. I believe chef mode is the AI option. So let's click on that. And today I'm gonna be making chicken wings, so I'll just move over to poultry, click on chicken wings here, and as you'll see, it gives you the time it's gonna take along with the fact that water is required. And there's a little tank on the top right here, so after you take off the water flap, this is where you can add the water, and I believe that's so that it can also steam while it's cooking, so it's just gonna pull this water as it needs it. And now it says don't overfill the basket, lay the food flat on the cooking tray, so I'll just get this opened up. Now I've got honey barbecue chicken wings that I've already marinated. Let's get them loaded up onto the tray here. And since it says don't overfill, I think I'm just gonna put about 6 in there for now. And now apparently all I have to do is click the play button to start cooking, and they should perfectly cook. The tank already has water, so I don't have to do anything. It looks like it's raising the temperature, and in 26 minutes, we'll see how the chicken wings turn out. Now, while that cooks, let's move on to a scale that apparently can measure nutritional value of food for you just by taking a photo. Now, first up, it does act as a normal scale, so you can just put anything on it, and it's of course going to weigh it for you in whatever unit you have it set to. And it also connects to your phone, so as it's weighing, you can see the exact measurements there. And on the same app, you can also log whatever food it is. So this is a banana, so I can just start to search banana here, click on it, add it, and based on the weight, it knows how many calories that banana actually is. But of course, that has nothing to do with AI, so now let's take it one step further. I've got this perfectly balanced meal on the plate right here of 150 grams of brown rice, 30 grams of goldfish, and 4 slices of turkey bacon. And through the app, you can go to the AI scan feature, take a picture of a barcode, a label, or just food itself. So I'll just scan a photo of the food, and it's thinking for just a minute. Now, I already weighed all this out, and I know this plate is exactly 495 calories, give or take a few for measurement errors, but we should be close to that. Let's check it out. Now, it looks like it noted the turkey bacon, the goldfish crackers, and the brown rice perfectly, so I'll just click on all of it and add them. Starting with the goldfish, I did measure about 140 calories of goldfish, and it has it at 137, so it's pretty spot on there. I had the rice measured at about 180, and it was 110, so it's decently far off on the rice. It probably can't tell how much there is. And then for the turkey bacon, it actually says there's 1 slice, but there's very clearly 4 on the plate right there. So I'm not sure how it missed that entirely, but that obviously means that number was way off too. So I love the concept of it, but being over 200 calories off on a 500 calorie meal is a huge difference and a huge problem. Now, because this is the first product, it is going to be crowned as our current winner, but I'm assuming that's going to be overtaken pretty quickly, as honestly, I wouldn't recommend this scale. But in the meantime, Kusori Food Scale, enjoy the crown. Next up is this sticker printer that can apparently print anything you want AI generated. Now, I've got this loaded up with a roll of paper already in there, and through the connected app, you can print all sorts of different things that it already has set up. For example, there's a Sudoku puzzle that you can generate every single day. Choose your difficulty, click next step, and click print. And within just a few seconds, it's going to print out that puzzle that you randomly generated, which is definitely pretty awesome in itself. But what about the AI features of this printer? So you can generate either an AI image entirely or just an AI background for an image you already have. I'm just gonna go for a full new image. And for example, I'm just gonna type a cat singing karaoke on a bench and click send. It's now going to generate the image. It looks like you can only do this a couple times. I'm not sure if that's per day, and if you can buy a subscription, I'm sure you can, but this is just a couple times included for free. And it gives you a couple images within probably 30 seconds. So I can choose between this one or the other one. I'll go with this one right here. And it looks like if I click copy, I can then send it to the device. And with it saved, I can now just click on it under image printing and click print on it. You can choose the density once again and the print mode. I'm just gonna leave it exactly as is and let's print it. And that's what our result looks like. Is it the best photo I've ever seen? Definitely not, but it definitely does resemble what it originally looked like. Now, the only downside, as you can see, is that it only prints in black and white. And also the AI feature here, you could use in pretty much any other platform and then just download the image and print it on any other printer as well. So yes, it's awesome that it's included and you can just use one app for it, but it's not super special in what it's doing. However, it is just $20, and for that price, I don't think it's a bad product at all. It's definitely doing a better AI job than our kitchen scale, which means as expected, our scale is dethroned and the printer is gonna take the crown for now. And now that it's 26 minutes later, our chicken wings are also ready. So let's take a look at the results of those. Now on the screen, it tells you that it's finished. And if you want more browning or doneness, you can go to classic cook and choose your own cooking options, but I wanna see how it did on its own. And on first look here, the wings are definitely looking burnt. Now it was covered in a honey barbecue sauce, so maybe that sauce has really just kind of browned or blackened a little bit. So I also want to see if it tastes burnt or if the outside is just looking burnt but it's perfectly cooked. So let's dive in. On the inside, those wings are honestly cooked very, very well and super juicy and tender, but I'm definitely getting a burnt flavor from the outside skin of these. With that being said, these are some of the best air fryer chicken wings I've ever made. I'm assuming if I didn't marinate these in a sauce before putting them in there and I just seasoned them instead, they'd be a little bit less burnt, and I also could have pulled them a couple minutes early. But overall, I'm impressed with how little work I had to do to get these cooking at the perfect temperature and time, or almost the perfect time. So yeah, the AI part of this air fryer definitely made cooking easier. And to be honest, I think the AI part of this air fryer is more impactful and time-saving and valuable than our sticker printer. So yeah, once again, 3 products in a row, I'm gonna have to crown another new winner for now. Now, AI air frying is one thing, but AI cooking everything imaginable is one level further. And for that, I have this entire cooking robot that can apparently do everything. Now on the top here is a food scale, so you can measure out your ingredients. And then inside of here is a blade and the jar where everything is gonna go into. It comes with this lid for sealing it shut, a basket if you need to steam anything, a couple other blade attachments for what looks like mixing, and then a set of measuring spoons for measuring. Now on the screen, you can go through and choose whatever recipe you want, or just search for something. I'm gonna start off with just a smoothie, and we'll go with this peanut butter banana smoothie. Go with 1 serving of it. It says it takes 2 minutes to cook, and then it starts walking you through every step, starting with freezing bananas, which I've already done. Tells you to put the jar in place. It already is. And then it tells me I need 150 grams of bananas. So for that, I can click this scale button in the bottom right corner, throw the bananas onto the scale. Now I've been trying for the last 10 minutes to try and get this scale to work. I've unassembled and reassembled everything, unplugged and replugged everything. I cannot get this scale to measure, so I'm just gonna measure ingredients on my own to try and move forward, starting with 150 grams of frozen banana, and then it says 1 medium of honey. Now the measuring spoons they gave me have a tablespoon, a teaspoon, and a half teaspoon, so I'm assuming that means a teaspoon, the medium amount. So I'll just fill that up with honey and pour it in, and 1 large or 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Next, I'll click that all ingredients were added. I will place the crown on top. All right guys, after spending the last 20 to 30 minutes trying to diagnose why I can't get things to start, why the scale's not working and everything else, I'm pretty convinced it's because the little tablet on the front there is running on internal power and the actual device isn't on. Now, when I was sent this, it actually has a non-US outlet. I believe it's the India outlet here. And so obviously I couldn't plug that into my normal outlets, but I do have a universal travel adapter that it does plug into, and I had this in both my wall, and then I tried a portable power bank as well, but I can't seem to get power to go to the gadget either way. So unfortunately, I can't move forward and test the product in any way that I would like to. So it's obviously not gonna take the crown for the best product so far. Sucks because I was really excited for this one. So while our cooking gadget was a fail, this next robot apparently can clean all of our windows for us. Let's give it a shot. Now to set this up, I basically just opened this up and filled the inside with water there so that it can spray water while it's cleaning. You can also add a little bit of solution. And then it came fully assembled with a mop already on the mop holders here. All it says to do is spray them so that they start a little bit wet. And then you can take this clip and attach it around something that's sturdy. I believe that's just so the robot doesn't pull too far away. Not entirely sure. And then with it plugged in, all you have to do is hold down the power button for a few seconds and the fan will start. You attach it into the middle of the window right here. It's suctioning right now and it's held on there nicely. And then I just click one button to get it started. Now it should just map up to the top right corner of the window first. And there it goes. It's starting to find where the top right corner is. That's where it's going to start its cleaning. And then once it gets there, it makes kind of like an S shape as it sprays water on the window as well to clean it out. And look at this thing go. It's basically just mapping out the entire window, spraying water along the way as it goes. It is hard to see on camera, but as it moves side to side, it is spraying just a little bit of water at a time. And it should finish, I believe, in the bottom right corner here right now. Or maybe it thinks there's just a little bit more window down to go. And just like that, it finished cleaning the entire window. So I'll just hold down the power button to turn it off. I should be able to take it off the window. Now touching it, it is not actually wet to the touch, even though I saw it using a little bit of water, so it mopped it up pretty perfectly. And because the outside of the window is super dirty with fingerprints, I also want to mop that up really quick and then show you the results afterwards to make sure it cleans it. Now, obviously the window is super glary, so it's hard to come through on camera how dirty that outside was versus how much cleaner it is right now. But from my point of view, I can see a giant difference between the top portion of the window that it's already cleaned and the bottom, which hasn't been touched yet. I thought this robot would clean in some sort of capacity. I did not expect it to work as well as it did. It truly covered every inch of my window, and without me doing anything at all, the AI took over completely and washed it to basically be spotless. So while the AI cooking was cool and helpful, I think the window cleaning robot is actually more impactful, especially for windows that are hard to reach, and this is a super long cord, so you could clean super tall windows. For that reason, I'm crowning it as our #1 winner so far. Our sixth and final gadget is going to be this tiny little device that can apparently use AI to record meetings and calls, translate them, create summaries, and more. Let's take a look at all the features. Now, once you have it connected to your computer or your phone, you can use their app to either record your calls, record audio or video from whatever device, whether the actual one it's plugged into or headphones or anything like that, or you can just live record if you're in the middle of a meeting in person and you want to record everyone in it. I'm going to test just the audio video feature here. So you just click on that and now it's waiting for audio from my computer as I set it up. So I'm just going to pull up a YouTube video here. I'll let it run for just a couple of minutes. And while it's doing that, you can see it is live transcripting it as well. Now this video is in English, so it doesn't have to do any sort of translation. It's basically just grabbing the script from the video right here. And I'll let it grab maybe a minute or two of this video, and then we'll take a look at all the other features that happens after it does this. Now you can also turn on subtitle mode. Now, of course, the YouTube video already has subtitles that you could turn on, but it is now actually creating the subtitles in real time on top of the video right here as well. So if you're watching something that didn't have subtitles or you wanted them in a different language, you could put them right onto the video there. And now it's been recording for about a minute and a half. I'm going to pause the video, finish the recording, and you get your summary over here. It shows you everything that it recorded. You can also listen back on the top, but the actual AI part of it is this button in the bottom right corner here. And when I click on it, we can extract an AI summary. So I'll try it. And within a few seconds, we have this entire summary. So it gives you the key points of everything that it recorded, and then it breaks it down into everything that you got from the actual recording. There's also this button here which can create a to-do list if you're watching something that you want to create a list from, like a recipe. But now also, as I hinted at, it also has a live translation feature built into that. So let's take a look at that feature as well. So I'm now playing this video in Spanish right here. As you can see, there are Spanish subtitles. It's fully in Spanish, as you can hear. And so if we go back to the app, we can actually switch this over so that it is grabbing it from Spanish, real-time translating it to English. And just like that, you can see the Spanish that's actually being said along with the English translation translations in real time as it's being said. Or of course, you can put it in subtitle mode and see the same thing right as you're watching the video. Pretty awesome. You could also go back later on and translate it to any other language that you want to. So if you want it in Japanese after that, boom, you immediately have Japanese translated from the Spanish too. Now, I think the AI in this is super impressive to be able to live translate, live transcript, generate you summaries, generate you to-do lists. And between this and the window cleaning robot, it is a close call which one is more valuable. But since pretty much everyone has windows that they could clean and not a ton of people are trying to record meetings or translate them, I'm gonna leave the window cleaning robot as our overall AI winner. But still, I definitely recommend this one if you have a use case where it would be awesome to you. So many of today's products were amazing. A few of them fell short of where I hoped they would. But to be honest, over the last few years, I've bought tons of products that have fallen short. And if you want to see the gadgets I actually do not recommend purchasing, check out this video right here.